What's going on, Jerome? It's a beautiful Monday. Birds are chirping and stuff, and it's time for another Vikings news stuff. Of course, we got the Deep V, Liverpool beating Wolves. It's kind of nice, right? Also, wife and I are gallivanting at a undisclosed location at this moment in time, but prepped up some content ahead of time. I'm sure that there'll be stuff to yell about when we're out there too. It'll be good put right? But since we're out there, put a little something in the Venmo. Maybe we'll put a jelly bean on. I don't know, Vikings to win the Super Bowl in 2025. Who knows? It's gonna be good. But thanks very much for coming along on this journey. You know, during the season, there isn't a lot of time to reflect. It is a grind, but it's very fun to do this. I love the side hustle. I love this community that we built up. And honestly, if we didn't have like the OG Jeromes and stuff like that, like we wouldn't do this because it wouldn't be fun. You know what I mean? Something that's fun is J. McCarthy getting some work in. So all the reports, oh, he's not ready. I'm Jason Lockenfor. I'm never right. Oh, blah, blah, blah. Or he's lost 20 pounds or he's put on 20 pounds. Let me tell you, buddy, in the winter, it's pretty easy to put on 20 pounds. Yeah. Also, J.J. McCarthy looking good, working out with the chain on and the beanie, looking like B Rabbit from 8 Mile. It's good, man. And also only the light, Light sleeve on that right knee, right leg. It's also good to go. Plus, this is really cool. So he's wearing these 05 shorts from Noble. I was like, oh yeah, those look familiar. Oh yeah. JJ McCarthy, see, this is just him being smart. It's like, hey, let me recycle everything from the combine and we'll be good to go. All right, so see, this is a practical man, right? JJ McCarthy, spoiled millionaire athlete, he is not. He's wearing the same shorts. I was like, oh, he got that swag bag from the NFL Combine. It's like, oh, I'm going to keep all this. 05, feeling fine. That's right. Also, it's Bo Jackson's workout place near O'Hare Airport. J.J. McCarthy from the Chicago Burbs. The Dome had a visit from a national champione last week. QB coach Hulk. Nailed it. Started coaching J.J. McCarthy in 7th grade and then continued through high school football, his years at University of Michigan, and now through his first year with the NFL. We were happy to host them for a private training session while J.J. was visiting home. So notice that they didn't say Vikings quarterback J.J. McCarthy because in Chicagoland, but McCarthy has mobility, looking good, says that he's had a schedule. Kevin McConnell says he's had a schedule. Everyone except for Jason Lockenfor says he's ahead of schedule, which, I don't know, sort of tells us something. Today, there is there's a key date in the NFL offseason. So void year cap hits are coming home to roost day. So players that have void years attached to their contracts mean that if they are not extended, those prorated void years do come home. And it's what happened with Kirk Cousins, Daniil Hunter, Marcus Davenport last year. This year, Aaron Jones and the Vikings, they agreed to push back that void year dead cap hit date to the day before free agency, giving them some more time to work something out, which I think will happen. But Darnold, Gilmore, and Murphy, I don't see the Vikings extending today, so the Vikings will take on some dead cap onto the books, just over $10 million. That's already baked into the 60 amount. So the Darnold, Gilmore, Murph, I think Gilly retires, or if he doesn't retire, I don't think the Vikings bring him back. Darnold, TBD what happens with the tag deadline tomorrow. I think that if they do tag him, they already have a tag and trade situation in place. All right. Other than that, I don't see it happening. And with Murph, I think Murph is earned the right to test the waters in terms of the market. Will he get more than you think? Less? Don't know. But even if Murphy's void year dead cap hit comes home, they can still structure his contract to make it palatable for the cap moving forward. So that's what's great about having Brzezinski and Kwesi in the building. So Murph could be back even if he isn't signed today. Someone who also could be back. Purple Persuasion. According to Ben Gessling of the Star Tribune, Viking center Garrett Bradbury is a prime candidate for a potential restructuring of his deal given the 2 void years in his current contract. Gessling noted struggles against bigger D tackles, but he's respected for his leadership and communication skills. That could help J.J. McCarthy. Hey, you know who else has good leadership and communication skills? Sandra from accounting. She's 5'4", $120. She's been hitting up that what's like the high end gym Equinox, is that it? Yeah, she's been doing that. She probably could block nose tackles better than Bradbury, right? And you've had 6 years. You know what the problems are, and you're not doing anything about it. And Bradbury is 30. He's missed time 2 of the last 3 years with the same back issue. And if you're worried about his cap number, let him go. Let him go. We're not talking about restructuring things. Do not push that base salary into future years to flatten out the cap hits. You don't do that. And Bradbury, 38 pressures, 4 sacks. He was 25th out of 28 qualifying centers last year in terms of pass blocking efficiency. It's not the guards. I know that everyone says, hey, get good guards around Bradbury and he'll be good. We tried. It's not working. That's all. Yeah. Also, one of those guards that didn't work out, Ed Ingram, purple persuasion again. Vikings guard Ed Ingram is highly unlikely to return at the current cap number per Ben Gessling and is a candidate to be cut. Gessling notes they would only take on $385K of dead money if they cut Ingram. And Ingram's contract, through playing time incentives, his base salary is actually going to be around $5.2 million, which he's not going to start. You're not paying $5.2 million for a backup, so this is a pay cut or cut situation, and I think it's certainly could be cut. It's got no trade value. No one's taken on that 5.2, and the Vikings would only take on $385K of dead money because of the prorated cap hit, prorated signing bonus. So, I think that this is a spot where Ingram is on the 90-man in camp and competes, but if you don't see market improvement this year, there's going to be leverage for a pay cut or a cut type of situation. And Ingram, 24 pressures, 5 sacks last year in part-time work because Reisner took over. I mean, he's got the traits. Like, things are there. He's got the skill set. He's got the physical tool set, but it just hasn't worked. Right. And also this bleeds into, all right, so Bradbury, first-round pick, Ed Ingram, second-round pick. And sure, I mean, they're starters, but this is from Pick'em. Each NFL team's percentage of first and second round picks that are starters on the team that drafted them. The Bears are up at 1. You'd think that they'd be better then. Yeah. But it's funny that the Eagles are also at 2. So their success there. The Saints at 3, maybe not so much. So in general, if you have first and second round players that you pick are starting for you, I mean, there's a trend line for success. But at the bottom, you got the Commies at 36% with the NFC title game. You got the Niners at 43%, maybe not so much. And then got the Vikings at 40%, a third worst in the league. So, I don't know. It's a spot where obviously the Vikings have been able to overcome that, and Kwesi's been great free agency, great in UDFAs, and it just sort of is what it is, right? But the Vikings certainly do need to improve in drafting at the top end of the draft. Kwesi gonna have a chance to do that this year, and just move on from there. Lastly, so it's funny. So Scary Terry, underrated receiver. Love that he's getting. He finally got a good quarterback in Jaden Daniels. I think he could get some help this offseason. T. Higgins, one time, although I don't want to enrich another NFC team. So T. Higgins, go to the Patriots. Yeah, but Brandon, J. Daniels MVP. I wonder if he's a Commies fan. Yeah. Terry McLaurin is getting married today. Congratulations to McLaurins. Why does this look like a tombstone? And also, Caitlin Winfrey. Is this Oprah's kid? If this is Oprah's kid, Scary Terry hit the lotto. Like, I understand he's a highly compensated NFL player, but it pales in comparison. Does Oprah have kids? It seems like these are things that we should know. Anyways, why does this look like a tombstone? Now, I understand like all of the jokes is like, oh, the wife is the old ball and chain and stuff, but marriage should be fun. Like the trope of you marry your best friend, like it should be true, right? And you're gonna have some ups, you're gonna have a lot of downs together, and having someone who can ride the roller coaster of life with you, I think that's important, right? And there's a lot of people who are with significant others where they're front runners, where if things are good, they're there for you. If things go south one degree, it's over. It's toast. Yeah. And no judging, because people are in relationships for a lot of various reasons, but I don't know, like it's really tough to see like friends of mine, people I care about in relationships are like that, where don't want to say it's almost like being a fair weather fan. Like you're a fan of the team when they're doing good, but when they're bad, deuces. It's like that with relationships. Sometimes you can have a fair weather relationship. So I don't know why we tangent off into that, but why does this look like a tombstone? Till death do us part? Maybe. It's like Oprah. Gotcha. Anyways, that's it. Vikings news. This beautiful, wonderful Monday. You guys are the best. You know what to do. Skol. Production value.